Hope this works. All right, let's go ahead and step in here and see what's next. Oh, a little tight, a little tight. All right. Yep. If you figured it out, well, I did say it last time in the last video, which you'll have to watch. We're going to do the interior roof. Looks terrible. You can just hear it. Just screaming for help. Sounds like rust. Oh my God, I got a lot of work to do. So let's get started. Okay, here's the train of thought on this. Yeah, I could have got a new roof skin and put it on, but I was too late for that, and I'm not going back. And I think this is salvageable, but I'm not going to the traditional. I know on the Camaros they have like that cloth, and you have these bows, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go for an aftermarket. Yeah, I think it's fiberglass or whatever, but it looks like a modern roof up top. So the best bet is to pull off all the hardware and strip it down, paint it, make it look all right, functional, and move on. All right, let me show you what I got so far. There's a lot of little detailed, intricate little things, but most of the clips, I'll show you in a minute, they just fell apart. I mean, they were totally destroyed. I'm not sure how the liner goes in, but you got this all the way around. I stripped out a couple. I have to get something to pull it out. And then down there. But on the back side, they had clips. They're like V clips. And they were just rusted all to hell. Anyways, they just stuck in those holes, and then you just pull them together and pull them out. But mine just fell apart. I think there's one. So I got to replace all that. That's what I got so far. There's one piece right there, and then here's all the bows in sequence. I know online people are freaking out when you get them out of sequence for some reason. I don't think I'm going to really need them anymore, but there's from front to back all the bows, and then there was a bar in the middle. I don't know. It's all the bolts so far. Here's the clips. Like I said, they fell apart and they're just terrible. And I found a safety pin. So, and I don't think I'm gonna use these again. I'll get new ones. I have no idea how the headliner works, but like I said, I'm gonna use a aftermarket, so we're gonna go with that. All right, that's it for now. All right, I think I got most, probably 99% of that insulated material on the roof, interior roof. I don't know what it was, but just safety reasons, I'd wear a mask. It's a lot of rust. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to pull this off, so there's areas I'm not going to be able to do. Just going to have to live with it. My OCD is just going to freak out about it, though. But anyways, this is what I used. Paint scraper, cat's paw, and then this little hook thing. Worked great in these areas. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use Stupid Colors Rust Fix. Actually, I'm going to use a couple of them because I don't think I have enough Rust Fix to fix the whole thing. But anyways, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to spray that and then come back tomorrow and grind it all down. All right, it's the next day, and as you can see, the Duplicolor Rust Fix turned everything a little darker. Missing that golden rust color. Anyways, weapons of choice today are disc grinder. It comes with a hook pile tape disc, and then we have the 36 grit. This is 80. This is 80. That's 36. We got backup And we're back up. And a mask. So let's get started. I am not going to, you know, show me grinding. So when I get done, I'll show you. Pretty much done. Again, this is the interior roof. Yeah, there's some stuff left over, but I'm going to go ahead and spray that rust stuff again. And then go from there. But all this is going to be covered up from this side to that side. So I'm not worried about it. And what I'm going to use, forgot I had it. It's a rust converter by Eastwood. It works out pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and use this. All right, here's all the hardware that I removed from the interior of the vehicle, the roof. And I'm only assuming this is it holds in the material that makes up the roof liner. So I'm going to use part of it. Obviously not going to use this stuff. It's just brittle. Anyways, so I want to remove all the paint and rust off, but I don't want to grind it off. So we're going to soak it off. This is what I'm going to use to soak off, or get rid of the rust and the paint and all that. It's Rust-Oleum Rust Dissolve. Again, this is not a commercial, but this stuff works pretty good. It says 30 minutes, but I leave it on for 24 hours. It doesn't hurt the metal, and it just comes right off. And on top of that, I filter it back in. I've been using the same stuff for probably about 2 years. I just filter it back in. Some of it evaporates, but it's still good. All right, all that metal that you saw earlier of the interior trim, it's all in there. Obviously, this one is not going to fit. These are one of the planter boxes I'm just going to reuse. But I poured it all in there. I put the bolts, or the screws, everything in there. So tomorrow I will clean it out. And we'll see. It's the next day, and I pulled the hardware out of the solvent bath, and it didn't do as much as I wanted it to. As you can see, this thing's still covered. But I mean, if you look at this, it's all cleaned off pretty much. Just a little bit scrape off. So it took, for some pieces, it took like 90% of it off. For others, it left it on there. That's okay. Half the work's done. All right, what I did is I cleaned off the interior hardware, and I went ahead and covered it with paint, just because it looks cool. I was going to use black paint, but I had this stuff, which I really like. It's called Clear Zinc, and it's not really for this area, but it works. There you have it. The interior roof is pretty much done. I put a light coat of primer on there just to protect it. Now that I've removed the material between the cross members and the roof skin, there's a gap. I've seen somebody do it. I don't know what material they used, or product, more or less. The only thing I'm thinking of is seam seal. But is there another product out there that you can squirt in here, and then it'll glue these two together so you don't have that gap, which will probably cause a problem later? Please leave me a message. I'd appreciate it. And on the hardware, I'm not going to put the hardware back on. I don't know if the aftermarket headliner is going to require it or not, so I'm leaving it off for now and move on to something else. So leave a comment. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on another part of the Camaro.